Today in this video we are going to explain about you regarding photosynthesis process. After this video you can understand what is the photosynthesis and what are the process and the equation of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the metabolism of carbon dioxide and water by use of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Water, sun and chlorophyll is also considered an internal factor. This is the only time in the carbon cycle that atmospheric carbon dioxide is used for biochemistry. Therefore, photosynthesis is essential to keep the oxygen-carbon dioxide ratio constant. Most life on Earth depends on photosynthesis. The process is carried out by plants, algae and some type of bacteria, which capture energy from sunlight to produce oxygen and chemical energy stored in glucose. Now we are going to explain about you regarding the process. During the photosynthesis, plant takes in carbon dioxide and water from the air and soil. Within the plant cell, the water is oxidized, meaning it loses electrons, while the carbon dioxide is reduced, meaning it gains electrons. This transforms the water into oxygen and the carbon dioxide into glucose. The plant then releases the oxygen back into the air and stores energy within the glucose molecules. So, inside the plant cell are small organisms called chloroplast, which stores energy of sunlight. Within the thylakoid membranes of the chloroplast is a light-absorbing pigment called chlorophyll 2, which is responsible for giving the plant its green color. During the photosynthesis, chlorophyll 2 absorbs energy from blue and red light waves and reflect green light waves, making the plant appear green. So in here, this picture I will show you the chlorophyll. So it's having outer membrane, inner membrane and thylakoids. So photosynthesis can be identified as two reactions. One is light reaction and second one is dark reaction. So in the light dependent reaction take place within the thylakoid membranes and requires a steady stream of sunlight. Hence the name light dependent reaction. The chlorophyll 2 absorbs energy from the light waves, which is converted into chemical energy in the form of the molecules ATP and NADPH. So the light independent stage, also known as the Calvin cycle, takes place in the stoma, in the space between the thylakoid membranes and the chloroplast membranes, and does not require light, hence the name called light independent reaction. During this stage, energy from the ATP and NADPH molecules is used to assemble carbohydrate molecules like glucose from carbon dioxide. The dark reaction is the second phase of photosynthesis, which occurs in the stoma of chloroplast. The reaction is also known as Calvin cycle. It uses ATP and NADPH for the fixation and reduction of CO2 to form carbohydrates. Now we are going to explain about you regarding the photosynthesis process equation. The reactant of the photosynthesis are everything to the left of the arrow. Thus, the reactant of photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water and sunlight energy. The products of the photosynthesis are everything to the right of the arrow. Thus, the products of photosynthesis are glucose and oxygen. Here, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combine with 12 molecules of water using light energy. The end result is the formation of single carbohydrate molecule along with 6 molecules of each breathable oxygen. Let's move ahead with the future of photosynthesis. So, photosynthetic organisms are possible means to be generate clean burning fuels such as hydrogen or even methane. Recently, a research group at the University of Turku in Finland tapped into the ability to green algae to produce hydrogen. Green algae can produce hydrogen for a few seconds if they are first exposed to dark reaction and then exposed to light reaction. Device a way to extend green algae's hydrogen production for up to 3 days. As reported in their 2018 study published in the journal Energy and Environmental Science. So, photosynthesis is the most important to living organism because it's the number one source of oxygen in the atmosphere. Without photosynthesis, the carbon cycle would not occur. Oxygen recovery life would not survive and the plants would die. So, the trees produce oxygen and the lifeline of all beings. So, it's time to save trees, protect forests, and spread awareness.